Welcome to GhanaWeb TV. My name is Emmanuel Enin and this is Sports Check. Today we are going to talk about basketball. But before I introduce my guest to you, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, I will introduce my guest who is a basketball enthusiast and doing really well for basketball in Ghana. Welcome back from the break, and this is Sports Check on GhanaWeb TV. Today we are going to talk with Spintex Knights owner Eric Opoku-Antwi. Eric Opoku-Antwi, good morning and thanks for having me on the show.
Good morning.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. I mean, Spintex Knights, if you mention Spintex Knights, everyone in Ghana knows Spintex Knights. So how does it feel to be a basketball owner and getting the recognition in the basketball world?
I think to start with, it is very humbling.
Yeah. Because
we started from a very humble beginning.
Yeah.
Playing and participating in community leagues. Then the story follows up that we win Division 2, qualify for Division 1. We participated in the BAL.
Right.
And we became the first team in the history of Ghana to participate in the elite scene. We are praying and hoping that we do better moving forward.
Yeah.
So they say the sky is the limit, but for us, beyond the sky is the limit.
Okay, that's a great ambition. And someone will ask, who is Eric Opoku-Antwi?
Oh, Eric Opoku-Antwi is a boy born from Korumkwetia. Yeah. Went to Most Holy Heart in Dansoman.
Okay.
Then after went to Achimota School. So my love for sports started in Achimota School.
Okay.
I used to play hand games.
Okay.
So basketball, volleyball, handball. Then went to KNUST. Okay. Did a degree in sports and exercise science.
Okay.
I was blessed by God to have gotten a Ghana government scholarship. Upon going through all the requirements to study in Shanghai University of Sports in China. I did a master's in sports medicine.
Wow.
Then later did a PhD in sports kinesiology. Okay. That is human kinetic movement. Simply me, I'm a married man with 4 kids.
Right.
Who I'm trying to also make them fans of Spintex Knights and Manchester United, not Liverpool.
Oh, you support Manchester United?
Yes, we are struggling, but we'll do well.
I thought you were into basketball only.
No, I actually started football.
Okay.
My skill set was not up there, so I was a goalkeeper.
Oh.
Yes, I was a goalkeeper. Anything with the hands, I used to do really well.
You just love using the hands.
Yes. So I remember back in my university in China, if we play inter college games, yes, I'm goalkeeper for the foreign students.
Okay.
So we've won that title since I was there.
Wow.
I was shifted to a defender in my PhD days, but I've been a very avid soccer fan.
Okay.
It was when I traveled and I was looking for work. I think I saw an advertisement one day to test the lights for an NBA player. I didn't know who was coming.
Okay.
I got in there, I tested the lights and everything, and it was Dwayne Wade.
Ooh.
Doing a photo shoot for Lenin. Yeah. So from there, my interest for basketball actually came up.
Okay.
I was a basketball coach teaching recreational basketball.
Okay.
Then after, I was promoted from coach to director of basketball operations.
Okay.
So the city was divided into east and west. I was tasked with creating teams on both sides. By the time I was leaving, coming to settle with my family, I had 16 teams on the east, 16 teams on the west. And we were a traveling team. We were going to tournaments in Singapore,
16 teams.
Vietnam, Thailand.
Wow.
We were just moving around from U6 all the way to U18. So we could have even A and B, A for the elite, B for the up and coming. So we had 32 teams.
Okay.
So as director of basketball operations, I was the one drawing up schedules for all of them.
Yeah.
Interacting with all the other basketball clubs in Bangkok, Singapore. So we arrange and participate in tournaments.
So would you say you've had an impact in the group of basketball in Asia?
I would say in my small community in Shanghai, yes. Because at the point my team was for Junior NBA. Junior NBA used to organize tournaments in the whole of Shanghai. Okay. My team was the number 1 for U13 in Shanghai. Okay. So that is where the love for basketball grew up.
Okay. So can you maybe recall that there was one player on your team that was able to go through the ranks and reach the senior team?
So they were not solely Chinese. Okay. They were not solely Chinese. They were they call them ABC, American-born Chinese. Okay. Canadian-born Chinese, and also expat kids. Okay. So I currently have one of the boys who is red shirt for North Carolina. Okay. Yeah, in the US. He's red shirt, which means he's still fighting to make his spot on the team for the Tar Heels. We have a couple who played in the Chinese national team too now. Wow. So through that, we've made some impact there. Oh. But that one is kept in a very small box.
Okay, so how do you intend to transform what you did in China or in Asia into Ghana? Before we talk about Spintex Knights.
I think if given the chance and the opportunity, the understanding of the game and how to impact communities with the game is there. But in our terrain, the support is not there. Okay. In Ghana, the support for basketball is not there, and they keep on calling it a lesser known sport. Oh. But I believe it should be called the least financed sport. Okay. Because I know for a fact that during last year we had our under-18s playing in Ivory Coast. Okay. And we also needed money to get our 3x3 team to participate in Madagascar. Ministry of Sports didn't finance it. The only team that was financed got Ghana silver during the All-African Games. Okay. Which means we can do better.
Yeah. So is it that you write to the ministry and they don't respond, or how is it like?
I think per my understanding of Spintex Knights, we wrote to the ministry about even using Botema. Okay. We were asked to pay some money. Later on, God bless Yausechi. Yausechi came in, had some conversations with them, made them understand that this is the people who are representing Ghana at this level. And these people have been doing it all by themselves. Okay. For this while, the best you guys can do is to come in and help. Oh, and they actually were helpful in trying to get us to play Abotim the indoor court.
So how much, if you can recall, how much did they want to charge you?
I think the fee that was mentioned was about 5,000 Ghana cedis
for a day.
A day. That they said that is the charge for anybody who wants to use the facility. Okay. And apparently they don't know us.
They said they don't know Spintex Knights.
Yes.
So is it that you write directly to the ministry, or you write through the Ghana Basketball Association?
So it was through Ghana Basketball Association. The Ghana Basketball Association to the past ministry.
Yeah. So how come they say they don't know you?
I don't know. I don't know, because we even wrote for visa waivers. Okay. When we were going to Libya, and we were charged $150 per person for visa on arrival for 15 people, and we had to cough up that money.
I guess these are one of the the least challenges you are facing. If you are to go into details, what are the challenges? Because now it seems you are coughing up money for visa waivers. You are getting charged for using Boteman, a national.
But later they gave it to us free.
Yeah,
yes.
If not for your Asechi.
Yeah.
Right. So, so what are the challenges aside from these things? What are some of the challenges?
I think one of the biggest challenge we have, even not with respect to Spintex Knights, is infrastructure.
Okay.
I think the very first time we played in a standard indoor court was in 2022. We went for a tournament in Ivory Coast.
Okay.
I've seen indoor courts because of the little exposure that I had.
Yeah.
But for some of them, it was their first time playing, like in a well-structured indoor court with the whole stadium full with people.
Oh.
So infrastructure is a very big problem because we play in outdoor, even in our leagues.
Okay.
And if it rains, the games are cancelled or postponed for it to be played another day. Yeah. And it is affecting us meeting up with the FIBA timetable for Africa.
Okay.
For us to present who qualifies for road to BAL. Because right now, if you qualify from your country, then road to BAL is what is next for you.
Yeah.
In the past, it was club championship.
Okay.
So now the biggest problem we are facing is infrastructure. How many times we even get to train? At times, if our training facility at Lashibi, we pay to use it.
Okay.
At times the light goes off, and we have to play in the dark. So we just won the national basketball invitational this past weekend. Okay. And one of the things one of the guys said is, "These Ivorians, we've been playing the dark for a very long time. If they don't fix the lights, we'll score them." And by God's grace, we won.
Yeah. All right. So now let's talk about Spintex Knights. You had the idea from Asia, China, then you came down. So how did you manage to bring the dream into life?
The dream into life. So I had, I stayed with a few of the boys.
Okay.
And they brought up the idea of starting a team. Because in my head, I was thinking that I've been around basketball for some time and sports for some time, and I needed a place or a team where my kids can grow up in and transition into.
Okay. And
also see the game of basketball live, because when they grow up, we'll be moving around with them.
Okay.
From tournaments to tournaments. So when we had my daughter, that's my firstborn.
Okay.
The idea of Spintex Knights came up, the name. So we started it. We started playing in community leagues in Tema.
So what informed the name Spintex Knights?
I grew up here most of my life in Spintex. Right. So we just wanted to be a men of noble character. Okay. And in the past, Knights are known to be men of noble character.
Yeah.
So then we just added the location.
Okay.
Yes. So to it, and that was the name.
Right. It's been an interesting conversation so far. So let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we will delve into other matters regarding the Spintex Knights, the only Ghanaian basketball team that has represented Ghana in ball. Welcome back from the break. This is GhanaWeb TV, and you are still watching Sports Check. Today, we are speaking to the owner of Spintex Knights, Dr Opoku-Antwi. So, Eric, we've been able to, form the team. How did you go about the recruitment, and even up to now, how is the recruitment like?
Okay, so to begin, initially, I was able to gather a group of boys who were willing to play basketball.
Okay.
Because by the time I got into Ghana to start the team, there was already an existing team at Shaman Lions.
Okay.
And I think the team they all decided to go their separate ways.
Okay.
So I know initially we started with players like Bashiru, Aro, Moski, Gabi, and a couple of guys that we started with participating in the Tema League. Our first time we played Nkommo Wo Ho in the finals and lost. Our second time we played him in the finals and also lost.
Okay.
At a point, I felt a bit down because when you are competing at that level, you also want to win. But I think the motivating factor was the boys and my backbone, my wife, who was actually pushing that something will come out of this. Don't give up.
Okay. So how important has your wife been? You've labeled her as your backbone. Yeah. How important has he been in the journey of Spintex Knights?
So you imagine, let me give you this setting where you are in a home, you are married, and probably we have to travel. Okay. And you are in a 2-bedroom house, and the whole team has to sleep over there and wait till the bus comes in for us to move to Nigeria. Okay. There are times where we play games and she has to cook for the whole team. Not her alone, my mother also has been very supportive. Okay. Every time we go outside, let's say outside, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, or even to the Bowl and we come back, she hosts the whole team here. Okay. So those two women have been very, very supportive. Financially, my mother also gives the team money. I know when we were going to the BAL, she gave us 100,000.
Oh, wow.
Yes, myself and my wife, we use our whole life savings to go to the BAL. Okay. And life is still going on. I mean, we're a happy family.
Yeah. Looking at all these challenges, has there been that one moment that made you go like, nah, I'm letting this thing go. I'm not doing it again?
No. No, because I think we understand the dream. We know where we want to take Ghana basketball to. Okay. We really want to make the difference. In Achimota School, they call us the pace setters. Okay. We want to set the pace that really it can be done. And I think if you look at our footprints, that is where we are getting to.
All right. So if you look at your journey, you won your first championship in 2023.
Actually, it was 2022.
Okay, 2022.
Yes.
When you look back at the challenges, when you started, how was the moment like seeing your team being champions?
It's worth it. It's worth it. And we are not feeling comfortable at all because there's more to be achieved. And I believe that anything that you start, you have to put in the work. And the results will show later on. And for us, that is one of our statements we've been making to ourselves. Agronoform. The play is the ground. Yeah. So you put in the work and the results will come out of it.
All right. So now you've won the championship. You've gone to Bar Elite 16, but you couldn't progress to the next round. What is the vision for 2025?
The vision for 2025, that we created that vision some years back, 3 years back, when we decided that we wanted to participate in the BAL, and we gave ourselves 2025 to be in the BAL. So for us, by this 2025 qualifiers, we will be in the BAL.
We want to be in the BAL.
Yes.
Okay. That's a good thing, and we hope that you achieve that dream. In Ghana, basketball is not as big as football, but right now football is on the decline. How beneficial has that been for the basketball community? Are you getting the attention right now?
We are getting the attention, but it's still not enough. It's still not enough because for soccer, they have the infrastructure to contain the people. Okay. Basketball, we still don't have the infrastructure to contain the people. Outdoor seems to be a bit boring, and there is sports hooliganism. Okay. Anybody who wants to enter into the space of basketball is afraid of things like that in case there's a stampede. Where are they going to? So the space is still not safe yet for people to still come in and watch basketball. And basketball, as we've seen outside, comes with a lot of entertainment.
Yeah.
Like you have a guest artist coming in, there are dancers and all that. It's something we have to introduce in our league to draw more people to come and watch.
Okay, so it means the hooliganism going on in football is affecting basketball also.
I'll say yes, one way or the other, because people in sports is about, in soccer is win, lose or draw.
Yeah.
In basketball is win and lose.
Win and lose.
Yes, and people gathering to watch sports are scared that when we go in to watch sports, there is not enough security.
Okay.
So it is not only for soccer alone.
Okay.
Because then if for soccer, that is the biggest sport in the country, there is no safety. Then we there.
So, looking at that situation, how is a typical match day security like?
So we used to play in the prison squad. So there's the prisons people who are supposed to ensure our safety.
Okay.
In the absence of that, we would have to.
So you play without security then?
No, yes, we play without security. Because it is in a security zone.
Okay.
Yes. So we assume that everything will be okay.
So you are assuring the fans that because you play in a security zone,
yeah, we play in prisons and we play in Burma camp. Work.
Then they should be
it should be safe, but we shouldn't wait for things to happen before we find remedies to it.
Yeah.
So I think one of the other things is that we have to have enough security on our game days.
So when you come to Ghana, people complain about nurturing talent. Looking at where Spintex Knights has been able to, what you've achieved with Spintex Knights, are you considering having an academy where you groom players, you transition them from the academy to Spintex Knights, and then you kind of transfer them on and all that, giving people that professional journey in basketball?
Oh yes, it is in our books. Okay. It is in our books that if we get there, we are supposed to have a feeder system for the senior team.
Okay.
Now we have next gen.
Okay.
That is for kids in secondary school, 16 and below.
Right.
That are playing for the younger side, and we call them next gen. Yeah. And they are the ones we are trying to groom to be a feeder system for the senior team.
Okay.
But I think our biggest dream is to have a sports college.
Okay.
Yes, where it is not solely basketball, but you have football, soccer, football, basketball, athletics, and all other sports, where you can have younger children come in and learn the sport. Okay. One of my biggest culture shock when I was in China was they have a whole sports college as big as Spintex.
Wow.
Yes, and they have training facilities all over. You can name the sports, gymnastics, swimming, soccer, basketball, and they are the national athletes. So I don't know in the past if they used to have district games.
Okay.
So they have their district games, and they start picking the best players from their city. So in every city when you go, they have it.
Okay.
They have this big sports college where all sports, you can name it. So they compete on the district level. These people are picked to represent them regionally. Right. So you look at cities like Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, and all that, they compete. Right. So if you become the top for your region, then they start picking you for Olympics, national teams. And that is what they do.
Do you think we can use Boteman for that project, a project like that?
But I thought they said it's a university.
They said they will convert it into a university.
I don't think, then what is the use of Winneba? Winneba has been there as a sports university. I believe what they can do is they use Boteman as a training center where all our top athletes around can go there. They can create accommodation for them. My university had a structure like they have their primary school, they have their JHS, SHS, then the university. So all the sports people come to that school. All they are learning is, they call it Mao Zedong, Mao theory, English, and math. So when you compete till you reach SS, and you are supposed to write, they call it Gaokao, like the SSE. When you write and you pass, you can go to any of the top universities around.
So per what you are saying, I think, is it okay to conclude that Ghana missed out on a chance of creating a better future for our sports with the African Games? Yes.
There was a structure. If you speak to the older people, they will tell you that Nkrumah created a structure where they had the Republicans, and even as at Winneba, they were camping athletes there. When I speak with the older people, they were camping athletes there. They had a name for it, for all sports, from U15, and those were the ones they were picking for national team. Now, Winneba is educating teachers and sports people to come and impact our society. But Teman can be used as the center to develop individuals to participate in all the sports. Now it is getting dusty. I remember when we were supposed to use the basketball facility, we had to go in there to clean.
So they are not maintaining the place well?
I wouldn't say that, because the other games going on there. The other games going on there. But for the basketball court, for what we saw, we had to clean it before we used it.
If you we have people complain about associations and their roles in the sporting disciplines that we have. Do you think the Ghana Basketball Association is doing enough to improve basketball in Ghana?
Per what I met when I came in, it is a better version of what I met when I came in. But I believe there's still more to be done. We can really do better, and we can start by first putting structure around everything, having academies in every region, or even for those who want to set up academies, they get the support that is needed with respect to even balls, cones, infrastructure, and all that. And it is very difficult to play basketball if there is no infrastructure. Or there's no proper infrastructure. So all the people who you've seen make it out of Ghana playing basketball played in this state, but they were very determined. But I believe we can do better.
So have you heard the new sports minister Kofi Adams?
Yes.
Do you think he can shed light on the lesser funded sports?
I believe that's
with the interviews and everything.
I believe that's what he's supposed to do, because we've put a lot of money into soccer, and the soccer people, please don't come for me. But we've put a lot of money into soccer, and we are not seeing anything. It's high time we develop a lot of our sports.
Do you think it's long overdue in funding Ghana national team in terms of basketball?
Yes, it's long overdue.
Because we still don't have a national team competing at the highest level. We've seen Nigeria make it to the Olympics and all that.
We can start it gradually. I believe if there is funding, and that is it. If there is funding, we can start with even the Afro Chan for local players. Because we move out of Spintex Knights, moves out of here, go and compete in Nigeria, and we are beating all their teams. So if you want to juxtapose that to the national team, Spintex Knights doesn't have all the best players in Ghana. Imagine we put all the best players in Ghana together to go and play Nigeria. Who demolish them? I tell you for a fact, because we've played River Hoopers who's made it to the bar. We beat them. We've played Choir Falcons who've made it to the bar. We beat them. We've played a lot of their big teams. And this is where they pick all the players for their local national team.
Yeah.
So I believe we can start gradually with our local national team and build up from there. Because when it gets to the level of the Afro basket, that is the top national teams, you have to bring some of our players from outside to play.
You have to bring them from outside
to play together with our local people.
Okay.
So that we build that experience. I believe that for us to be able to even compete at that level in the bar was because we were moving around to go and compete within West Africa.
Yeah.
That is what gave us a fair idea of what is to come.
Okay.
So I believe we can make it as a national team.
Yeah, so that is Mr. Eric Opoku-Antwi, and he believes that if Ghana have a national basketball team, we will be able to compete at the highest level like the other countries are doing. If you take the bar, although your team is not there yet, what's your favorite team?
My team is not there. My favorite team in the bar is my team. We were in the road to bar. So okay. It's my team. My favorite team is my team. But you look at, if you look at how professional they are, because we are still an amateur team in Ghana.
Yeah.
How professional they are. For road to bar, I will pick El Ali of Libya. Okay. For road to bar, I'll pick El Ali of Libya. I'm yet to see all the other teams that qualified from
the Petro Atleticos.
Petro, yes, Petro Luanda and all Luanda, the other people. Yeah. But for road to bar, based on professionalism, how they carry themselves, how they move as a team, how they have structured their team, everybody's responsibility, everybody knows what to be done. Okay. I'll take El Ali of Libya.
Okay, so in the NBA, what's your favorite team?
Oh, I'm an OG. My favorite team is the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
We are not doing well. Right, but I'm still an added fan.
Yeah, Derrick Rose just retired. And, you know, I guess then you've seen the debate between LeBron James and Jordan. Who's the GOAT?
It's Michael Jordan. It's not up for discussion.
What makes you think Jordan is the GOAT?
You even start with rings. It's Jordan.
Okay.
You even look at proper healthcare in the system in the era of Jordan and in the era of LeBron James.
Okay.
LeBron spends about $1 million because there's a proper healthcare system and it is available.
Yeah.
Jordan played about 18 or 16 years and he was able to amass 5 defensive championship titles, scoring championship. He's over LeBron.
Yeah.
Rings, he has it over LeBron. And who has impacted the game globally? It's Michael Jordan.
So Jordan is your favorite player?
Jordan is the GOAT.
He's the greatest supporter.
Greatest of all time. I mean,
people also argue that Jordan played with elite group. We have the Dennis Rodmans and the other players. LeBron
played his first ring that he won in Miami. He had Chris Bosh, he has Ray Allen, he had Mario Chalmers, he had Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Isn't that a super team? He actually started the super team. 3 all-stars meeting together to form one team in LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan had who? Scottie Pippen at a point.
Dennis Rodman
at a point. Yeah. Had this lefty Croatian guy.
The tall guy.
Kukic. Or is it?
Yeah.
Kukic. Yeah, that lefty guy. And so where is this super?
I mean, Pippen is a great.
We drafted Pippen. We didn't go and acquire Pippen. We didn't go and buy Pippen, or we didn't trade for Pippen. We drafted Pippen. LeBron had to trade Andrew Wiggins to get this white boy in Miami from Timberwolves. White boy in Miami that he won He won the ring weight in calves when he came back.
Then the name has escaped me.
Yes, he was number 1 overall pick for Cleveland Cavaliers. When LeBron came back, they had to trade him to go and get this blade. He's a white. In their first trial against Golden State, I think he removed his shoulder. Why am I not getting his name? I think the name will come up. He had Kyrie Irving, he had Human Sharpet. At a point, he even had Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, everybody on the Cavs.
I mean, the Cavs run was really good. But if you look at LeBron on the Cavs, he carried the team despite Ivan and the likes. I mean, having a hand in it.
But which championship didn't Jordan carry the team? Because Jordan's mentality was that we will never go to a game 7. And all his rings that he won, there was never a game 7.
So Jordan is the
Jordan has gone to 6 straight finals and has won. How many finals has LeBron lost?
Okay, so Michael Jordan is the GOAT according to Dr Opoku-Antwi. Last one before we take leave of you. Between LeBron and Steph Curry, who would you prefer? Who do you prefer?
Who do I prefer? People will say I hate LeBron. People will say I hate LeBron.
From the arguments?
From I'll pick LeBron. Yeah, I'll pick LeBron because LeBron started his game with a particular skill set, and he has evolved with the game. LeBron has evolved with the game in the sense that he was not a really good 3-point shooter. But just as the game revolutionized to 3 points, shooting from distance.
Now he shoots from the logo.
He shoots from the logo. He shoots from distance, which means he's putting in work. And I think part of the conversation we had was hard work will pay, and it is paying off for him. So, as much as
Steph
impacts the game, and Steph has brought a change in basketball, because if you look at the era of Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, you score 10 mid-range or 2 points, that is 20. Steph Curry will score 10 of that, 30, and he's leading your team by 10. So I'll give it to LeBron, although Steph brought a big change into the game.
Okay, so he will give it to LeBron over Steph. That is Dr Opoku-Antwi. He is the owner of Spintex Knights, the only Ghanaian basketball team that has been able to go make it to the Elite 16 in bar. So they are aiming at going further this year and maybe, clinch the championship. Who knows? And it will be in the good name of Ghana. And he is requesting that the new sports minister should invest in the less funded sporting disciplines in Ghana, so that we can build talents in all other sports sectors. So this has been Sports Check, another exciting episode. My name is Emmanuel Enin. Mr. Dr Opoku-Antwi, thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you.
See you in the next episode.